Next we have my remote, so I can turn on my inverter. And now that I just did that, we'll start charging. Oh, she's still charged. And these are the lights that I got, but I feel like because I am trying to be careful with power management, to take 120 volts, bring it back down to, these are actually 24 volts, it's just a waste of electricity. So what's going on, my people? 2024 and a whole new season. I'm going to be keeping this season going as long as I possibly can. I've got so many different things going on and so many different boat projects that I cannot wait to bring you videos on. If there's something that you're looking to do or need help with a project, I implore you to reach out. Facebook or Instagram, I will respond. This year, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff with the kids. We're going to be doing a lot of boat projects with the kids, but we're also going to be traveling with the boat. We're going to be playing with the new high field. We're going to be exploring all new sorts of places, but at the end of it all, we're going to be doing what we do best, which is the projects. So, boat drinks for everyone, and cheers to you and the water. What is going on, my people? So I got a work trip that just came out of nowhere for next week, and I'm prepping up for it. So I needed to bring you something for this week right now. So when I say I had a work trip for, well, either way, it's Monday, I'm gone. I wanted to show you something. It's not a sailboat, but all of this could transition to your sailboats. I am working on a couple of solar projects. I've sort of become that guy to do this for many different people, and this is one that I'm working on for myself. I hope you guys enjoy this. It's very basic, but it's very robust. So what I'm standing in right now, let me give that a toot, is a 12x6 enclosed trailer. We'll take a quick look at it from the outside in a little bit, but essentially it's just a 12x6 trailer, and a door, and it's got ramps, whatever. But I travel a lot, right? So I like to work like a gentleman when I'm traveling. I move things around the country. I'm constantly responding to things around the country. So I came up with a concept, and a friend of mine helped me put this together so we could get it done fast, because I need it for a trip. Like I said, I'm leaving. So let's have a look at this. I just want you to understand what this is. This is not a luxury living quarters. This is not a luxury workshop, even though it's nicer than some of the workshops I've ever been in. It's basic, allows me to do my work, but as a gentleman. This could be used, again, instead of a workshop or a mobile storm response trailer, you could use this, on your sailboat. This is 1000% able to go onto a boat. You've seen maybe some of the systems that I've done. I don't put a lot of it up because most of the time it's very hard to film these things. It's a lot of tedious little work, but this could go into a camper van. If you wanted to make yourself a camper van, you could do this. Or if you wanted to take a trailer such as this and turn it into a camper, you could go a lot fancier and do this. So I just want to walk you through what I've done here. There's still a bunch more to come. The bed is not in yet. I'm probably going to be cotton it for this trip. Or maybe I'll put a hammock in, as my friend suggested. Or I may not even use it as a sleeping area just yet because of the heat, and I haven't really figured out how I'm gonna keep it cool, so to speak. So either way, let's take a look at this, and again, I'll be back at you with sailing stuff real soon, but 1000% this could go into your boat. Matter of fact, I would recommend doing this to your boat because this thing is awesome. All right, so let's start on the outside. So right off the bat, it is a Hallmark, and it's a 12x6 single axle, nothing fancy here. Got a ramp door, not a barn door. The only thing outside that you'll notice that's different is the shore power connection, which I will show you what that leads to in a moment, and the solar panels. So let's have a gander at those real quick. They are right here. I don't know what the angle looks like, people. I apologize because I'm holding it up, but they are 150 watt panels, brought to you by Renogy. They're flexible. I know some people don't like flexible panels. You don't get the performance out of a flexible that you would out of a rigid, but these things are hammering right now. I mean, doing amazing. All right, so in the trailer, we have, as I said, a ramp door, not barn doors, which is lovely for what I do because I can roll things in and out. I've set it up with E-Track. A few years back, I had gotten a trailer. E-Track just seemed super awesome to me. So you can literally move whatever you want around. So these would be for cables. This would be for if you want to tie something up. Oh, I do have stabilizing jacks. This is the wrench for that if you don't have power tools. So we keep it here, just some wire hangers. So I have the E-Track system. As you can see, we even have the spare tire hooked up to E-Track. I just welded a piece of threaded rod onto one of these. You can take the bolt out, separate them, and I welded one in there so I can keep my spare tire out of the way. I have a little computer desk, not fancy. Mind you, every piece of wood that's been built in here was done with a, what do you call it, a Sawzall. So I haven't used any real tools. So everything's a little uneven, but it works. This is where the computer will sit. I'm gonna put a computer monitor here. As of right now, this is the only light I have in here. It does illuminate the entire place. I do have other AC lights, but I wanna go DC only 12 volt. So I have another piece of E-Track here. Again, safety people, fire extinguishers, first aid kit, little basket, hand sanitizer. Obviously, I'll always carry bug spray for what I do. Extra screws in case need be. This piece of E-Track, my theory is to put a bed down low that will fold up. It'll hang off of these. When I say bed, I mean a very rudimentary wooden bed, but we could put some foam on it. So, that's the utility portion of this, right? So when you look at the whole trailer, this is the utility portion, where I'll be moving assets in and out of, working on them, sometimes generators. You don't know what could be in here. Again, I've been doing a lot of solar stuff. So for instance, the trip this week is to go do another solar unit down south. All right, so moving forward, we have our little bench, seat with this clutch. I have a 20-gallon water tank, fresh water tank. Now mind you, this isn't for drinking, this is not potable, this is for washing your hands. Then I have a 12-volt diaphragm pump and just a rudimentary drain that will leak out. Now the thing you saw on the front, the shore power, connects to my Noku Genius. Now when I originally was designing this, I was going to keep both these batteries separate. We wound up tying them together, which I think was the smart move. So the secondary charging port, another 10 amps of charging, is not needed. I'll probably, well, I'm not going to change it out because I don't want to deal with holes, but if need be, I can plug this in. The one charger's 10 amps will go into both batteries. 2,000 watt Renogy inverter, pure sine wave, which is very important. You actually get more potential out of a sine wave versus modulation, but we don't need to go into that. And then we have our Renogy batteries. Now this is upside down. I'll try to turn it around so you can see the model number if need be. They're 100 amp hour, and they're Bluetooth. So I can speak to them, and I'll show you that in a second. Next we have the Rover Renogy 40 amp controller, a Bluetooth module, and a temperature sensor. So what this will do is like the brain, if you guys aren't into solar. It'll take in power to charge the batteries, but it will also stop taking in power once the batteries are charged. By the way, these have a built-in BMS, which also stops power from going in or going out depending on the load on the cells, right? So where they're at. So coming up here, this is my workbench slash if I need to eat. As you can see, I'll turn that on anyhow. We do have running water. Again, you get filthy dirty. We do have the fans. I have them off right now because I'm trying to record. It's getting a little hot in here. Awkwardly, these will keep you rather cool. I'd say it lowers the temperature inside of this workspace by a solid 10 degrees, and they are 2 speeds, so you can jack them up if need be. But again, I have them off so I can record for you guys. Next, I have my light switch. Right, so this is a cheap little panel that I got on Amazon. It allows me to tie in 2 extra things. So this is only a 5-gang, but you also get USB. As you can see, I'm charging my phone, and you also get a 12 volt, which will be good for the refrigerator that's going in. Next, we have my remote, so I can turn on my inverter. And now that I just did that, we'll start charging. Oh, she's still charged. And these are the lights that I got, but I feel like because I am trying to be careful with power management, to take 120 volts, bring it back down to, these are actually 24, 24 volts. It's just a waste of electricity. So that's that. Okay. So then we have, again, another fire extinguisher, fan. This is the brain of the whole operation, and I may have to make this a little bit loud, people. Yeah, I'm gonna have to in order to show you what happens here. So right now, you can see we're not taking any current in. We're at 100%. Now, if I come to this, I can look at battery 1. This is a Bluetooth module. We've got 3.4, 3.5, 3.5, 3.4, so they're not balanced at this point in time, because I find that when these batteries get to 100%, they sort of go a little unbalanced. Now I can come to battery 2. You can see your voltage in your battery, temperature of the battery, and then 3.4, 3.4, 3.5, 3.4. So again, a little unbalanced, probably because they're full. We come back, and now I can go into my controller. And when you look at the controller, we can see solar volts right now are 20.5, solar amps are 4, solar watts 82, etc. And you can come in here and have a whole gander at this. So it's nice. Another cool feature, especially with this, is if I come over to system, no, RV leveling, I can now see exactly what the level of this is. So right now it's the screen is facing this way, save and next, and it will tell me exactly what I have to do. So my left side is too low, it's got to come up 1.6 degrees, and the rear is too low, it needs to come up 0.5 degrees. Very, very cool. I like this thing very much. Coming back to here, I was hoping, let me see if I turn on my water, if I can show you what happens. I got the water running right now, and that pump draws a bit much. I gotta be careful because there's not much water in here. Shut it off. See if it does it. It should have calculated that I was pulling more out than in, but the sun is at a pretty good angle right now, so I guess it's not going to tell us that. The other day I had to plug in a welder. Ooh, let me shut this off. I had to plug in a welder. I had to plug in another fan. I had to have these on high. I had to charge some batteries, turn these lights on, and then I started to actually pull from the battery. So what's happening right now is we're actually not pulling from the battery. We're generating 3.19 kilowatts. Right now I'm only pulling in 35 watts of solar. Before, when I had everything on, it would have gone up. So the brain, the controller, will tell the system when to pull more power from the sun, when not to, and it's pretty neat. But it balances itself. So again, I've been trying to bring these batteries down. I haven't been able to get them below 99%. Now, mind you, that's during the day in the sun. So yeah, all in all, this is my system. If we look at it from over here, it's pretty neat. Let's get this chair out of the way. Try to keep it as clean as possible. I'm thinking about actually putting a curtain across so you can't see any of that stuff. Also to keep it safe from debris and whatnot isn't working. But yeah, so this is one of a few systems that I built. I have other ones that I haven't shown really because they're in the middle of some stuff. And we're working on a whole bunch of others. Again, all this stuff is, the other ones I'm doing are like proprietary to certain applications. But all in all, they're pretty cool. They're much more robust than this with 400 amp hours. I currently only have 200 amp hours in here. I honestly, guys, don't see a need for more than the 200 amp hours. Now, once I put a refrigerator and stuff like that, or say on a sailboat, I think on Artemis, 200 amp hours would be more than ample. I couldn't imagine using any more power than that, as I get away with just using a little rock pals. I do have 200 watts of flexible panels that I can put out when need be through a 20 amp controller. Nothing as fancy as this. And the thing about it is, guys, if you are doing a solar and you're just a weekend guy, you know, cruiser, or maybe you're doing even a week long and you still have flooded batteries, the system I have on Artemis is more than ample. I take the panels, I put them out when need be, I lash them on. As you saw, the one we did for my friend Randy, that's basically the same system I have, except he has a 10 amp controller and one panel, 100 watts. I have two panels and a 20 amp controller. And that's more than enough for me. I have flooded batteries, I don't have lithium, I'm not really using a lot of power on the boat. The most I use, because we don't have a fridge, is to run some fans. and to power my TV at night. So what I'll do if I know I'm going to be on a ball is I'll keep my panel out the entire time I'm sailing. We also have the autopilot, which will just keep the batteries topped, and at night I can plug my my TV into my Rock Pals unit, which is now out of business, by the way, but I still love the unit. It just doesn't have enough power to inflate my Further Customs mat. So I use a Renogy portable battery, which is 10 times more versatile than the Rock Pals, except it doesn't have AC or 120 on it, no inverter. It's just your DC 12 volt stuff. But yeah, if you have any questions about solar, I implore you to hit me up. This is, again, a mobile shop. This is not, anything fancy, but you could take this premise and build it into your RV. If you already have one, you could take a trailer such as this and make it a little RV. I'm sure the job would be, it'd be kind of pricey, but not bad in a sense. You could do this to your camper van. You could do this to your pickup truck. You could even do this in a small suitcase if you like to go off-grid camping, or if you have a tiny house, then you could just expand on this system. Again, 200 amp hours per house, no good, but you could buy those Rego batteries that are 400 amp hours and attach up to, I think, 4 or 6, and everything's plug and play. So fun stuff. It's amazing what's happening here with this technology, and I hope you guys are playing with it, even if on a small scale, because this stuff's exploding. And for the sailing world, I mean, to be able to be at your marina and tell them, hey, I don't even plug in, I'm not paying an electric bill, I'm on solar. You could probably do something like that. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great week. Let's see, just a little heads up, I've got the Yacht Club picnic this weekend, and then I leave super early next week to go south for another solar thing. And once I'm back from that, I promise you I'm going to get to the windows. I promise I'm going to show you the bridle for the dinghy. And yeah, we got a whole bunch of other little things coming in there. So I know I've been slow with getting stuff up, but when I tell you I have been swamped with work this year, and I really haven't had much fun. I've only been on Artemis, like I can count on both hands. So hopefully we get back to that fall is here, and the wind is amazing on the Hudson right now. Also, I'm trying to still figure out how to run the whatever it is, not raffle, the sailing with me for a day competition. I don't know how I'm going to do it or how I'm going to choose a winner, but I'd love to get one of you guys out to sail with me for a day. And I also want to do a video on how to build the jack plate. I know I sell them for $200, but I think if you have the tools, I'd like to make a video so you could do one on your own. I will warn you that when I show you how to do it, if you bring that to a welder, you're going to spend a lot more than just buying it with me, because welders are going to charge you a fortune, people. But other than that, peace, love, happiness. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a subscriber. It means the world to me. And tell your friends, but don't forget to smash that like and subscribe. And we'll see you in a week. Cheers.